Bill Reviews, and I believe this is episode 25.
Yeah, it is episode 25, I believe.
I am Dollar Bill, and always I'm with
Dane Forgione.
Yes, and this week we are doing not dollar store toys today. We are doing stuff I got at the con.
That's right. Bill's got a whole buttload of stuff. And speaking of cons, before we move on, I just wanted to. I would be remiss if I didn't mention this. Bill and I are friends with Catherine, our good friend Kat, and we have footage that's going to be in this episode of just thinking about this gives me the giggles. Kat busting a move on the dance floor at the Midwest Expo Con.
Yes.
She's just boogieing her butt off, and it's just like, you go, girl.
She is just adorable.
She's about 900 times of adorable. I can't. I just can't sometimes.
I know. Oh, yeah. But hey, why don't we get started here? With, if any of you know these catchphrases, write in the comments, but I'm going to show the toy anyway. Have a nice day, and, beefy.
That would be, Mick Foley.
Yes. Here we are.
He is the best thing for all mankind.
Yes, he is. This toy has right here, it has the typical articulation of the legs, up and down, knee joint, calf swivel on both legs.
Did they have Cactus Jack and Dude Love?
No, they only had this one. Arm swivels, of course, wrist, both arms, head swivel.
Hold it up a little closer to the camera. If you notice, you can actually see the tooth in his nose from when he fell off the cage at the King of the Ring.
Yeah. Also, his mask is removable.
Yeah. How much you want to bet now people are going to pause the video and be like, I don't see a tooth.
I don't see no tooth. It's because you can't. It's a joke. Oh, and I dropped him.
Well, you dropped it, and he has to go, and he broke his pelvis.
Oh, he's used to it. I bumped the camera. Alright, next up. Out of the land of wrestling and into the land of superheroes.
Alright.
We have Martian Manhunter. From the DC Universe line, from Mattel.
Martian Manhunter, he's one of those guys that, for some reason, he always seems to be under the radar for superhero fans.
And he's a really good superhero.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. It's just like, he's a great hero, but not too many people talk about him. Is he going to be in the upcoming Justice League movie?
I have no idea. I don't think so, but he's one of my favorites. John Jones here. He's from Mars. This isn't his true form. This isn't the Martian form, but this is the form he chose to be for on planet Earth for whatever reason. He is a shapeshifter. He can pretty much change into anything. He's got great... This figure...
Why that would be so interesting.
I know. This figure right here has great articulation. You got upper arm swivel. You have wrist swivel. You have up and down arms right here. You have ball joints. He can do the splits. That wasn't on camera. Here, I'll demonstrate again. That there. Head swivels on a ball joint. So it's kind of got a bit of a... working its way around here. His waist. He has a waist swivel. Cape. Very nice cape. It's rubberized, but that's good. Down here. Knees bend. Thigh swivel. Up and down. Is there a... Yes, boot swivel right here. So you pretty much can get this guy into a position, a heroic stance, if you want to. Now, this is on my, a soft area, so he might not be able to stand correctly. See? No. That's why I'm holding him up.
Don't get us started on his muscular butt cheeks.
Oh, yeah. Look at that butt. Oh, yeah. Alright. Now we're moving on to a toy line that is most near and dear to my heart. That I grew up playing with. But the Mattel decided to reboot this toy line and revamp, pretty much sticking to how they used to look, but more updated technology. We have Masters of the Universe, Cyclone.
Whoa, who is this?
It's Cyclone from Masters of the Universe. He is the designated...
What's that doodad he's got on his back?
That's his gyro, I believe.
Or if you're Greek, his hero.
His hero. In the series, the original series, he just kind of looked like that. But then when they rebooted it back in 2002, they just kind of added this little doofloppy on his back. I can get it on there. It's easy to put on and off. I would say it's a weapon, but it's not really. He comes with a...
That actually looks very well done.
It is a very well done toy. It's a very expensive toy. You get these on Maddie.com. You can also get them in certain toy stores if they have them. They are collector's items, so I probably wouldn't be giving this to a 3-year-old to play with if I was you.
Did you hear that, Emily?
Oh yeah, she's never gonna... I have this on a high shelf. And if you notice right here, it's got one of those dealy dads. You know, you move it to a different position and it looks different. You see how given like there, you know, the little things. If you shift them, they look different.
He looks like he's got like radar on his screen.
Yeah, he kind of does.
It's like he's got the Doppler effect hanging on.
He kind of does. He's always had that. Nobody. I really don't know why he has that. But I should have read his biography. But I got the package up in my closet, but I didn't look at it. Comes with a shield. He's got great articulation here. Joint swivel, ab crunch. So you like do sit-ups like, yeah, get them abs. Yeah. All right. He's got great swivel on his arm here, on his wrists, right there. Forearm swivel, wrist swivel, upper forearm. It's on ball joints basically. Great articulation in the legs. He's very bulky. Very bulky figures. Good head swivel on the helmet. Alright, let's move on to the next one. Now this one right here is a Japanese figure that I hold near and dear to my heart. Kamen Rider. This is Kamen Rider Drive. This is the current Kamen Rider in Japan at this moment. Or if you're watching this much later on, it's not. But right now, currently, in this point in date, it is the current series in Japan. It is a car-themed Kamen Rider.
Wasn't there, was this Power Rangers? Wasn't there a train-themed one at some point?
Yeah, that was Super Sentai Tokuger in Japan. That was last year's series.
I saw pictures of the Super Sentai train-themed, and they looked pretty awesome.
It was actually a really good series. I watched every episode of it. You can find them on the internet. You can find those episodes, trust me. They're out there. Alright. This one, he's got points of articulation here. He's got like a ball-jointed arm, normal pin wrist. He's got a forearm swivel, wrist swivel. Right hand, fingers bend over here. And of course, you know, the normal leg, you know, right here. But the gimmick is he can change the tire out. Yes, this is a tire right here. And this figure here. It came with a tire, the different modes. Kamen Rider is known for him changing into different modes lately. Since a certain, I can't remember which series started doing it. But I believe it was when they rebooted the series back in the early 2000s. When they started doing the whole, he powers up to even more, new outfit, new costume, meaning toy sales will go through the roof.
Apache Chief, no joke.
Yeah. Alright, how you get this gimmick down is you split him in half. You pull from the back forward, like so. If you notice, this is actually legit toy reviews right here.
It's you know something, real talk? imagining, like, the fashion show music playing, like, this Kamen Rider has forearm articulation and, wrist movement.
If you notice right here, the wheel does spin. This is his flame mode dealie, but I have to read the box again. I got it up there on my shelf.
You're talking to someone who has, and by that I mean me, zero knowledge of Kamen Rider, so I'm just like, okay, I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, but there's a diehard hardcore fans out there be like, no, you're wrong, Bill. That's not it. He uses that to urinate.
I'm gonna get.
All right, and then you just
that sounds like pretty painful urination.
I know, and then you just click it back on here, and the tire, little nubbies right here. Let me get up close. If you press it down, these little things pop up. And it looks like he's on fire, so it's like that. Alright, we're moving on now. Let me just adjust that, put that right back there. I know I'm not going too far into detail.
Back there, big boy.
I know I'm not going too far into detail on a lot of these things, but I have a lot of stuff to go through.
Yeah, the camera where I'm at is positioned, I see like it's just it's a tower of things.
Yeah. Alright, moving on from the action figures to, we're going to do VHSs. Yes.
Now all of our younger viewers are going to be like, what's that?
They were DVDs before there were DVDs.
And Betamaxes too, but we don't talk about those.
And CEDs. Alright.
That's number one.
Number one. This one right here, me and Dane we probably had this one when we were kids. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Hot Rodding Teenagers.
The VHS that I had, it had to do with these pizza-themed aliens.
I had that one too. They put these little, they would look like
video.
Their eggs looked like meatballs.
It was Bebop and Rocksteady, the little alien creatures finally got defeated, and they're like, no, we wanted to watch the fight. Come on, guys.
Come on, guys. Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to. Alright, if you see the great artwork here, the swords look like they're made out of wood. For some weird reason.
Well, I mean, this might sound like a stupid question, but is that's a U.S. VHS tape?
Yes, it says Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh, right, because if it was the UK, it would be Hero Turtles.
It would be Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles, yes. Because ninjas were bad.
They banned certain weapons in the UK, too?
Yeah, the nunchucks. It's like, if you can't have certain things, then just don't have the show.
Yeah, don't do that. You know something? Quick sidebar, the quickest of sidebars. I was watching the Evil Dead 2 commentary the other day, and Bruce Campbell was talking about censorship in the UK, and he's just like, oh yeah, they can have blood and guts and all this thing, but we had to edit out kicking a man when he was down because the UK frowns upon that. It's like,
okay. Really? Derp. So yeah, probably most of you who are 30-something or in your late 20s remember, I had this VHS.
I did have quite a few of them. So
and it is from FHE, Family Home Entertainment. And the funniest thing is, whenever you would see the trailer for about these videos, the guy who was advertising it, at one point, it seems like he was astonished from what he was reading. He goes, the Teenage Mutant... What? Ninja Turtles. He just kind of pauses, like, I can't believe I'm reading this. Ninja Turtles.
My eyes deceive me.
He was just like, I'm being paid to say this? It's like, yes, monkey, read it and say it.
That's monkey's dance.
Here's your $1,200. Read the commercial. Yeah, this is basically the second VHS in the line, because this basically takes, after the first, I believe, 4 episodes. This has, I think... 2 episodes on it, on this VHS. It's 51 minutes long, and trust me, you've seen these episodes, so I'm not going to go into any more detail than that. Alright, we got a kaiju classic right here. Rodin.
That looks like a very basic, almost like a third or fourth party VHS company released that. Like it was in the public domain.
Actually, you'd be surprised. Paramount put this out. Paramount put this out.
They could have sprung for better cover art, I think.
Yeah, they could have. This movie's only 76 minutes long.
That's short.
Yeah, it's only what is that? That's like an hour and 16 minutes.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, something close to that. But yeah, this is actually a really good movie. Short but really good, and it just lets you know he's better as a Godzilla villain, or not villain but ally than anything.
Well, I've always known Rodin to be sort of the like a rival to Godzilla. I never knew they teamed up.
Oh, they've teamed up quite a bit. Godzilla versus Monster Zero. Godzilla versus the Astro Monster, which I believe that's the same movie. There's Godzilla, Mechagodzilla. That's the third one that came out in the 90s. Rodin was in that one. And he's been in plenty of other Destroy All Monsters. He was in that one. He was in quite a few Godzilla movies. A lot of times in the 60s, he was just there. Oh, no, okay, it was Astro Monster. He was teamed up with Godzilla, and Ghidorah, the 300 monster. They teamed up.
Sometimes I forget, ladies and gentlemen, that Bill is pretty much is somewhat of a Godzilla buff.
Yeah, I own all the movies.
And I don't.
Yeah. Alright, we're going to go to a show that you probably watched a lot when you were a kid. I know I did. DuckTales.
Ooh.
Yes, this is a really good. It's got 2 episodes on it. It's called High Flying Hero. It's 2 episodes that are based around Launchpad McQuack.
A.K.A. Eyes and Skull Saber.
Hey, Mr. McD. I'm really high right now.
Hey, how you doing, Mr. McD? We can't really go into details, but inside joke.
Inside joke, yes. One is a Civil War-based episode where Launchpad goes to a town where his family came from and reenacts the Civil War as his great-great ancestor, who surprisingly looked exactly like him, because your ancestors looked exactly like you. You're just recycled over and over again.
For the purposes of that episode, they just happen to look like him.
And the next episode, Launchpad gets put in a quote-unquote movie, but really it's the Beagle Boys who decide to use him as a patsy to rob banks, but he thinks that he's filming a superhero movie.
Those gosh darn Beagle Boys.
I know.
Somebody needs to kick them in the pants.
I know.
Yeah.
Moving on.
What's that next one there? It looks like a clamshell.
Oh, yes. Old anime.
Oh, dear.
We have Princess Minerva.
Let me see here. Let me take a look at that. Yeah, standard anime pose. Everyone looking at the camera like, huh.
This is an early ADV film.
How are we talking, like 80s or 70s?
1995.
Oh, okay. You're making me think like back in like the ancient days.
Yes, this movie does have a bit, it says warning, contains nudity, graphic violence, and even some profanity. Golly. No, literally, that's what it says. Golly.
Golly.
It's a white VHS, which is, well, rare. You've never seen too many white VHSs. Although all Nickelodeon's VHSs were orange.
Yeah, and I think that might have been the only variants. Usually the VHSs are just black.
Yeah, I mean, there was white ones and... Yeah, I mean... there wasn't very too much difference in the variants of VHSs. Yeah, this basically, it's a fan service anime. I've watched it. It's a movie. Yeah, there's a lot of nudity, a lot of jiggling, a lot of scantily clad women, as you could tell from the thing. Alright, I got a funny story about Cat again. Alright, I was... I'll put the next one up here. I was looking at a VHS, and myself, I'm just looking at the cover, and then I read the back, and I didn't really realize what it was until I looked on the sides. You know how they always had the side art right here? It was a paper VHS box, and I'm looking at it, and then I go, oh! This is a hentai! Oops! I was like, oh, okay. Well, it didn't bother me much. I don't own any because of reasons. But I was looking at it and I didn't realize what it was, and I'm like, alright, I'm just going to put this right back. Well, Cat comes up behind me and goes, hey Bill, what you looking at? And I'm like, oh, great. And then I say, nothing you should be looking at. She goes, oh, really? What is it? And she reaches for it, takes one look at it, looks on the sign and goes, oh my.
Let me see.
Not this VHS. Not this one. Yeah, that's basically how I was. I was like, uh-oh.
The less said, the better.
Yes. Cat took one look at it and went, oh my.
Oh my stars.
Oh, I was like, oh, Cat, put it down. Put it down.
And the people all said, put it down.
And she's like, it's not that big of a... Then she actually... at first she didn't think it was that big of a deal. Because the cover looked just like, like a regular anime like this. But, yeah, then she saw the some of the side art and stuff on there, and she was like, oh my. That's exactly what came out of her mouth. And then she's like, I'm going to...
And then her head exploded.
It seemed like it was about to. Alright, this one is called Moldiver, as you see right here. This is the second VHS. I have the other one.
What is it called?
Moldiver. This is what it looks... I haven't watched this one yet. It looks like one of these magical girl... fighting anime type dealies. I haven't watched them yet. Black VHS from Pioneer, which is no longer in business anymore. I have a few Pioneer DVDs. They used to have the property for before Funimation bought everything up. When ADV went out of business and Pioneer and all that, before they went down the toilet, this company right here held the rights to, oh god, what is that show? People are gonna hate me. All the otakus are gonna kick me in the nuts for this. Vash the Stampede, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
My knowledge of anime was, and it was real good.
Yeah, it was good. Whatever. If you know what it is, put it down in the comments. Vash the Stampede. I know it's not the anime. I'm having a brain fart right now. I have the DVDs of it.
Isn't Cat, or I think maybe even Fred might be knowledgeable on this one?
Yes. But let's move on here. These are the two ones right there. Blah 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 blah. All right. Hyperdoll. I haven't watched this one yet. I should have watched these before, but I just didn't have the time. By Pioneer. Same here, and it's a weird old VHS. You know, the ones where they had the huge spindles?
Those, I tend to notice that the ones with the huge spindles always seem to be very cheaply made. And let me back up. I had a wrestling VHS back in the Stone Age. It was like one of those weird compilation things, the world's greatest wrestling series. And essentially it was about 5 or 6 matches from the 80s, and it came on one of those. The spindles were really big, but like the I don't know if it was just the copy or if it was just the tape itself, but the footage was so grainy and just disgusting, and after a while the tape just warped out of existence.
Oh. Alright, we got right here a Game Boy Pocket.
You can put it in your pocket.
You can put it in your pocket. Yes, I got this for $25. It works.
Like a charm. Did what was you were on a stream last night?
Yeah.
Did you get that at a con or at a store?
I got that at the con.
Oh, okay. I must have misheard you then.
I got it at a store at the con.
Finger waggly do.
Finger waggly do. Alright, here's some video games. I'm not going to play any footage of these because I have to hook it into my NES, and I'm not going to do that. We have, and to be honest, people, you probably look up footage of these video games on YouTube. Anywhere. They're pretty common. Like Rad Racer.
Yeah, then all you have to do is put Rad Racer in and there'll be like 900 results.
Yeah, you have like thousands of results. Rad Racer. We got NES Baseball. One of the original black box games. So is Rad Racer.
One of the launch titles.
Yes, it is one of the launch titles. I think it was one of the original 7.
Nothing beats Bases Loaded, baby.
Marble Madness.
Oh yeah, it's Marble Madness.
Oh yeah, it's Marble Madness.
I love Marble Madness.
I got it came with the manual too.
Ooh.
Yeah, great shape for the manual.
Who would have thunk that a game about rolling a marble down a hill would be so darn popular?
I know. See, here's the instructions here, people.
It's one of those games where you don't really need instructions.
Pretty self-explanatory. And the Dream Master from Capcom. Great platformer.
Is that Little Nemo?
Yes, it is. Little Nemo, the Dream Master.
Though I wouldn't object if it was the Dream Master Dusty Rhodes.
I said I'm gonna be in your dreams.
Me and Sapphire are gonna save the world, baby.
Why didn't I go into detail with the Game Boy Pocket? Because it's a Game Boy, just smaller. It has a bigger screen.
And it can fit
In your pocket. Yes. And it plays regular...
Those were the commercials at the time.
Yes. It can play regular Game Boy games. I have a few of them. I'm not going to demonstrate with this because I'm going to have a light on the surface of the sun in order to see the screen on camera.
So, sorry, people.
But I did get a game for my Game Boy Advance, which is backlit screen, which you probably will be able to see on the camera. I'll play a little bit of it. WrestleMania, the road to WrestleMania 18.
Is that what you were doing?
Last night?
Yeah, I'm referencing things that the viewers are gonna be like, "What's he talking about?"
Yeah, that's the one I was playing on the stream last night. Yes.
Oh, baby.
Now Dane won't be able to.
In it?
Yeah. Now, yes, Hulk Hogan is in this one. Now Dane won't be able to see this, but you good people will.
You people are very lucky.
I'm going to turn off the sound for copyright reasons.
Bill pays me in hugs, which I'm fine with that. And yes.
All right.
No music. No music.
No music. Alright, single player. We're going to do exhibition match. We're going to do one...
Folks, this is as close to a Let's Play as we're ever going to get.
Yes, this is as close as you're ever going to get to a Let's Play. Alright, we're just going to... There, one player. Alright, we have The Rock. Alright, I'm just going to zoom in with the camera here, so I can see it better. We have The Rock, Triple H, Hulk Hogan, The Undertaker, Kurt Angle, Chris Jericho, Kane, Kevin Nash, RVD, Edge, Booker T, Bubba Ray Dudley, Devon Dudley, Christian, Test, and that's it. Which is astoundingly a very good roster.
At the time, it was a very good time in the WWE, so...
Yes, I'm going to be Hulk Hogan, and he's going to face Christian, because I can't stand him. Never could. Never could.
He still owes you $5.
Yeah.
That son of a bee.
We're going to body slam him. We're going to suplex him here. Bam. And then Hulk Hogan runs to the ropes and clothesline. It's pretty much the game right there, people.
Hulk Hogan.
No, there's not much to Hogan's moves. I mean... Which I find it really funny. What's that?
1993.
Yeah. Alright, I'm getting my butt kicked here, people, because I can't look in the Viewmaster. He just Hurricane Rodded Hulk Hogan. How do you Hurricane Rod a Hulk Hogan? The man can barely walk.
Hulk holds up a reticent contract to Christian, and as Christian ponders it, he gets the big boot to the face.
Yes.
Yeah. That would be awesome if, like, Hulk Hogan came out one night on Raw, and he went up to whatever heel was in the ring, and he's just like, "Bye from Reddit Center, brother."
Alright, people, that's about as close as we're ever going to get to a Let's Play on this show. So, next month we will be doing, next month is a bit of a shocker. I went to the dollar store, and I actually found some high-quality stuff.
No.
Yeah, but you're going to have to wait for next month.
Gosh. Oh, gosh. Oh, jeez. Oh, darn. Alright, I guess I can wait for a month.
Alright. Well, as always, I'm Dollar Bill.
I'm Dane Forgione.
Keep your pants dry. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Lewis, what did you think of this con so far?
Well, I just gotta say...
Well, that's very nice. Thank you.
I asked. I thought it was a buddy pillow, but it's like. I'm an attention whore. I stole the camera.
Whatever, man.
I can't.
Whatever.
But they're annoyed, like, mainly at the only thing that can not really. Like 12, 13.
Here's the problem. There's like one big bubble.
Yeah, that's why